everyone, this is TonTon here and welcome back to my channel. So following my last review of the Calm Butler V, so here we have the final figures of this line, which is the Mini Action Series number 3 Daimos. So here we have the box, and he, unlike the other figures, he just himself, he's not a combiner. So the art is quite nice with the tone of black and green and red, which is kind of odd, but it still looks nice. So we have Daimos here and what appears to be his alternate mode. And then to the sides, this is the same kind of art. We have the logo, we have the robot, and then with number 3 over there. Flip it back, you got some other action poses, and that should be it. And this here, if you look at the middle, you can see the circle symbol, which means this guy can transform, unlike he's going to combine. And that should be it. So now let's see what is inside the box. So here we have Daimos and all the accessories, and I must say that since this guy is not a combiner, so his amount of accessory is the most of the 3 bot. So I'm gonna start with the robot mode because this is what he came out of the box. So now let's begin. So here we have Daimos, and I gotta say I enjoyed this guy the most out of 3 mini action figures. He got the most amount of paint, the detail is better than the other 2. And I enjoy his face sculpt. His face really detailed, so I'm gonna bring it closer for you to see. See, the sculpt is really nice. You got the yellow eyes, the black face, and the silver for the face. And of course, he still suffers from the same jet head, but it is fine though. The chest detail looks great. The green section is painted with a metallic green color, which is really pop. Same with the belt, and the final green is on the leg. That is really nice. Other than that, he is the same with the other 2, like the least amount of no surface detail whatsoever. So he's fine by himself like that, and I enjoy the color scheme. The color schemes might look odd, but it is fun to look at, and I enjoy having him around to complete my Mini Action Series figures. So that is about the figure. So what about the articulation? The articulation begins with the head. He can look up that far and down. He can do a full 360 spin. And then you can swing the arm out like that, do a full rotation. You got some degree movement there. You got a bicep swivel, and you got a over 90 degrees, a little bit elbow bend, and the arm is on the hand is on the ball joint. So you get what you expect from a ball joint, and you can do a rotation of the wrist, which is really impressive. And you got a ab crunch, you got a waist swivel. It feels kind of tight though, and the skirt armor is individual, so you can pull them out. The leg is really impressive with the leg. You got a kick to the front and kick to the back, and if you are unsatisfied, you can pull them down for some extent degree of articulation. So here's the kick to the front when you extend, and the kick to the back when you extend. It's up to you. And so you got the knee bend, which is also really nice and impressive, and it got blocked by the wheels, but it is what it is. And you got a pivot, and you got a thigh swivel, minimum swivel, and you got a pivot, which is nice. And the feet is really nice in articulating as well. So articulation wise, this guy is really nice. I enjoy posing him around the most out of the 3 figures. I really enjoy because he's an individual figure, so I have more time to look after his articulation more than have to focus on the combining gimmick. So that is really interesting. So what about the accessories? I think about the accessory, he's the one comes with the most of accessories. Why? Because he's not a combining figures. So now let's show you what he got. So about the accessory, first we begin with the set of alternate hands. This is the same hands. So for this guy, you come up with 3 more pairs of hands than the previous 2 because he's a standalone load. So you still got the same holding hand that I'm using right now. You got the fist, you got the wide spread, and you got a pair of chopping hand. This is new, and this is really interesting. So you got a pair of chopping hand, which is really nice. And apart from that, he got 2 pairs of weapons as well. You got the 2 swords, and you got the 2, I don't know what to call them. I don't know too much about weapons, but look kind of like spear, which is really nice. And to attach them is fairly simple. You just plug it onto his hands. My bad. So this is not actually the sword. I have mislooked. This is more like a tonfa or pep tonfa. So to attach it, you just slide it like that, and he's holding his pair of tonfa, which is kind of cool. I haven't seen any robots with tonfa like weapon like with this one. Really interesting. So the next one is this pair of spear. They are nice. And what is interesting about this line is that I love their silver painting. The silver painting is really nice, and it catches the lights really good. So yeah, he has no problem of holding out the weapons, and they can connect together. And that looks really cool. I enjoy his weaponry, and also he got some other accessory as well. So here we have what I call the chest blaster, or I like to call the tits cannon. A strange idea, but it works. So you're going to remove this from the chest piece, and you're just gonna put this in, just like that, and you got his chest blaster. And so I think now let's begin with the final step of this guy, is that the transformation. From the transformation, first remove these hands, you won't be needing them. So next up, closing the face, and remove and bring the head up just like that, because this feel like a transformer review. And then you're gonna untap this section, and this is gonna fall off. Just leave it out if you want to. And do the same over here, and then you're gonna push the arms up like that, and then you're gonna push everything up in this ankle just like that, and sometimes the arms fall off, and then you're gonna slam in. I really appreciate this kind of transformation. It makes the body looks really neat and tight. For the leg, you're gonna push this down, then you're gonna flip this up in order to bring this panel out like that, and also this panel as well. And this is really like MP masterpiece way of kind of transformation, just like that. And you repeat the same thing over here. And you're gonna collapse these two together, bring them more down, and push the leg in just like that, and it gonna cover up the half of the body. Just like that, and then bring this two piece to this, and now you're gonna need a parts forming piece, which is this one over here. So you're just gonna split that out, and it is a set of wheels underneath. So you're gonna bring this out as well, and then you see these two slots over here. Bring that up, touch it in, and wraps the whole thing around. So this is kind of hard to align. So there we go.
Okay.
And you take this final piece and you push it up over here. Oh, I mean the other side. I made a mistake. And we're done. So this is a kind of like a space cargo ship. You got the small cockpit and the larger shipping area underneath behind, and this it looks kind of strange. It is fun to play with. I gotta admit that from this or action series thing and all the alternate mode, I enjoy this one the most because it is the most realistic thing I can think of, unlike the other two. And it is still the same, nothing too much exciting over here. This is just the leg extend, and you got another platforming piece to cover up the whole robot body. And so I think that should be about it, because there's nothing too much exciting to say about this mode over here. So here's the size comparison between Optimus Prime and Daimos. As you see, Daimos is really small, smaller than the other two figures. So there's a size comparison between the real grade 1:144 scale RX-78 and the master grade 1:100 scale RX-78 as well. As you can see, he's in the middle as well, but then again, he's really shorter than the master grade version, and just a little bit taller than the real grade. So what can I say about this figure? I think this one looks nice, feel nice, and it got a decent amount of articulation. The transformation was what I expecting, and I was really surprised with the leg way of transformation. It really looks like and feels like an MP transformation style, and not the platforming. Well, I guess it can be helped because it kind of want to preserve the looks and also to minimalize the cable part. So you got some platforms, and this is also small figures. So that is it. I enjoy this guy the most out of the three, and I think that if they are going to release any other mini action series, I'm gonna purchase them and gonna review them on this channel as well. So that should sums up my review about the mini action series number 3, Daimos. So tell me what you think about this figure in the comment section below, and also follow me on Instagram and subscribe to my channel. And if you feel like you can help me out with the future figures, feel free to buy me a coffee. Link is in the description below. TonTon out.